The lineal heavyweight champion of the world is Tyson Fury. He is welcoming Francis Ngannou to the squared circle, to the sweet science. This would seem to be, Teddy, one of the biggest mismatches in heavyweight boxing history. But Francis Ngannou believes that he has the goods to get the job done. If you're looking at Francis Ngannou taking on this challenge, and you're tasked with building a game plan to help him become the heavyweight champion of the world in fight number one, what do? What does Francis have to do this?
You gotta listen. You gotta be real. You gotta be practical. You gotta be real about it. What does that mean? That means you're not gonna make him a better boxer than a guy who's been boxing since he's a kid all his life in Tyson Fury. You're not gonna do that. But I'll tell you what it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean that you don't teach them fundamentals. You do a quick course in it, but you do a course in it. You give him basic fun. Why? Why, Teddy? His only chance is to land a big punch, and he's a big puncher. Maybe he could do that. He can't land a big punch. I don't care if he punches like freaking Godzilla. It doesn't matter unless he has a delivery system. Enough fundamentals. Again, we're not fooling ourselves. He ain't going to get to Fury's level, but enough fundamentals, enough tricks. Give him a couple of tricks in the bag to land that big punch. If he's going to go in there and just coldly think he's going to land that, no, it ain't happening. Mismatch. But if he learns enough, just enough, that word I used to always use, a delivery system, because the punch means nothing without a delivery. If you can't get it to the top, Customato again, the great Customato used to say, I was 17 years old. He wanted to drill into my head. You know what he said? He used to say, Teddy, a punch, a power of a punch, the greatest punch in the world, means nothing if you don't have a delivery system. It's the same as a military weapon, as a bomb. If the bomb doesn't have a missile to get it to the target, what does it do? It blows up, makes a big hole in the ground, and when it rains, you could go swimming. Wow. That stuck with me. Yeah, that stuck with me, Daniel. Yeah, I'm not the brightest guy, but I get that. That I get right away. I said, Cuz, you got to teach him a delivery system. I get it. So that is the answer. If he gets with somebody, and if he allows himself, if his ego, really, he's a good guy. He's a smart guy. He's done an unbelievable job in his career of bringing himself to where he's brought himself and his people, all of it. Tremendous, unbelievable. But he's got to put aside some of the emotions and maybe ego, I don't know, but where he will allow himself to say, yeah, I got to be taught certain rudimental things. Again, not on the level of somebody that we're going to, where we're trying to get to a place that we can't get to, but just enough where the power that I do have can actually mean something, that I actually have a chance to land it on a quality fighter. And if he allows himself to do and gets with the right person to do that, if he does that, I'll tell you one thing. I think he's got the mental goods to handle the moment. I do. I think he's made up that way. And what he's been through in his life, everything else, and his experience, of course, in UFC, MMA. And I think he has special athleticism where he'd have a chance. I know people go, come on, Teddy, come on. This thing is a money grab. It's a circus. Come on. It's another Marvel comic. Every time there's another Spider-Man, everyone goes to the theater. Another Spider-Man 100. We're going to the theaters. We got to watch Spider-Man again against the Gray Goblin. I thought it was the Green Goblin. No, this Goblin is great. But no, I'm telling you, that is the scenario. It's a scenario. But that's the one. If they could get to that, they got. What's that movie, Daniel? With Dumb and Dumber. Where you go. You tell me I got a chance. He's like, oh, what? The guy said, what in a train? He goes, so you tell me I got a chance? Oh, okay. And so Teddy Atlas, for what it's worth, is telling you he's got a chance.
Man.
You're the man.
That's amazing.
I love you. You know that.
Amazing.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.